Namaste. Hello all. I'm here to tell you many words about letters. When you find a letter for you, a maiden with eyes slit with sensations of raindrops falling over a drought-struck heart, and with the sentiment of finally finding your star in the galaxy at the same time. And if that's from someone who holds your life, your hands tremble, you skip a beat, your mouth runs dry, or maybe choke, or maybe die, or maybe finally breathing heavy, you hold on to the letter, absorbing every inch of it with your fingertips. Hi, this is Dr. Athira Gopinathan Nair, and I write emotions. This was me at Great Indian Literature and Film Festival back in 2018. I still remember the time when they had called my name and I briskly walked towards the stage. My heart was pounding like as it is right now. As a matter of fact, I had fear in my nerves and faith in my breath. Being the army kid that I am, I held my head high and I walked up to the stage. I let a deep breathe out and I began. Before I finished, I knew I had fallen in love with poetry, unapologetically. Well, I believe there is a thin line between passion and dreams. At least for a nuthead like me, it is so, because there is a balance between the both and they are not the same for me. My dream has always been one life in olive green, and dentistry has been an instrument to it, whereas my passion always lied in literature, poetry, music. This is where my life begins. I was this new girl in the city of lakes, Bhopal. I had started off my bachelor's in dental surgery, and sooner or later my teachers, I guess, figured out that I was one of those people who was going to get a gold medal from the university. I gave the exam, the results were out, and I was failed in a subject that I was possibly the best in. My life came to an end. At that point, I had just fallen right on my face, and that was the first failure that I ever had in my life. I had no idea how to deal with failure before then. I had never got rejection in life. My life was over, I felt. But one thing that I have understood is that sometimes when the situations are not in your control, there is no point dwelling over it, trying to dissect it about how, what and why did this happen to me? Oh God, why me? This is a question that we always end up at. Have you felt this before? Because I have. For the next 6 months, I held my head low and I walked through the corridors of my college. I sat alone, I ate alone. I saw my own batchmates going ahead of me, wherein I was among those people who was expected to get a gold medal. It was tough. That was the time when a friend of mine suggested me that you should possibly join MAD, make a difference. This is an NGO which is spread all over the country, and I started off being an education support teacher. I taught them English and science. I loved my kids. As soon as this was happening, I could see some changes in my life. My kids were becoming a certain positive aspect of my life, which I really, really cherished. So MAD had this great thing of conducting various events, like we had gone to a railway station and we were serving tea, and also there was this particular event where we could actually address the Indian Army and tell how you could make a difference in society. Not that they're not doing it now, but then still. These were my kids and absolutely happy. This was the second part and the second stage of my life. While I was doing my dentistry and along with that I was doing my NGO, I started penning down my thoughts. And a friend of mine actually told me, why don't you write and start blogging it? And I was baffled. I was like, what? Like, why would anybody want to hear or read me? Like, why? Whichever case, I did so. And to my surprise, people not only read it, but they loved it. And that just ignited a little flame in me that possibly I could write. This is when a PR company based in Bhopal approached me to be their content writer. Morons. Well, that was the first edition of change in my life. Slowly, I started exploring this new world where I could learn more about content writing, creative writing, how are shoots basically conducted, and I was absorbed in it. With my 9-week wings, I started flying a bit more higher and higher. And by then, I had got my university exams coming up. This time, I was sure that I am going to make my mom proud. I'm going to make myself proud and I'm going to do this because I got this. I sat day in and day out and I studied hard. And well, guess what? I got second rank in the university in the second year. Well, this was a point in my life where I realized that hard work does take time, but it is forever. For me, being from a South Indian family, now let's get to some practicality as well. You have to ace and get good marks. You have to balance between the both, right? While I was just continuing to do so, I also decided to continue my dance and I performed at various stages. It also happened that this was me again, 19-year-old me, giving my first voiceover. And this was me again giving poetry shows, and this continued for a while. Well, this is me. Well, that's a clip from my Instagram account. My first day at Housey. While I was continuing with all the things that I could do, there was this one conversation that I constantly had. The one question that my parents always had. Oh, are you sure? Are you sure that you want to do this? Are you sure you want to do dentistry? Because I think you like something else. No, Ma, I know what I'm doing. Trust me, I got this. Amol, I'm your mother. I'm your best friend. You can tell me anything. Right? Haven't we heard all of this? Yes, we do. Well, sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage to believe in yourself and to speak it out loud. Because trust me, if you wouldn't believe, nobody else would. I'm glad that my parents believed in me and I could be here today. As a matter of fact, when my final year university exams were on, like every other 24-year-old, I was also into a different world with a lot of drama. But having said that, I decided that I am going to give my 100% because there was a certain amount of dream that was still left out. So I shut myself down for about 2 to 3 months, which I actually did for every exam that I aced. Nobody tells you about the struggle sometimes. I ate with my books, I slept with my books, I hung out with my books. I wasn't on social media, I met no one, I spoke to no one, and trust me, people will call you selfish for that, but nobody would serve food for you in your plate. You have to earn it, and you have to work really hard to earn it. Finally, in my final year, I gave my exams, and as every medico, I just wanted really good marks so that I'm like, okay, mom, listen, I can do both, right? I got this. And I got first rank in the university, and I was super happy about it. Whichever case, this one thought always hindered in my mind. There were people who kept on asking me that, how do you do this? How do you manage all of this? I would say there's no different secret behind it. You just believe in something and work dramatically hard just to get what you want, just to get what you dreamed. Now, there was another part of me that was twitching, I guess, because while I was doing all of this, there was a little feeling, a little poet which was in my heart, and I remember I used to always imagine myself being in front of the mirror and imagining a large audience in front of me and I'm performing. I wrote because it liberated me. And that was a dream. In 2017, Great Indian Literature and Film Festival happened. And, well, I did not go through it. I did perform. This was the time when this happened. I performed. And I wasn't selected. I have lived by the thought, fake it till you make it. I did not tell anybody that, oh, I was really hurt, I didn't make it. I did not show my vulnerability because I knew that I would be able to work on it and I will one day be there what I dreamt for. Perhaps I was right, because the next year when Great Indian Literature and Film Festival happened, I did perform and I was the runner-up for the year. Viewers, from 2013 to 2019, my life has been an open book. I have written my success story and it's yet to go. For people who are still confused in their life, who are not sure about what they want to do, what have they achieved or what they haven't achieved, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to break down. It's okay if you haven't made it yet. It's okay because you still have to believe in it and work hard for it. If I had to set out a message, I would just say that believe and do something extraordinary because you can. You are legendary. This is Dr. Athira Gopinathan Nair. My story is unscripted and unfinished. Thank you so much. You've been a great audience. Thank you all.